Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. In this video, I want to pose a question. Are we in a renaissance or golden era, especially when it as it concerns reissue records? And also, are we spoiled as record collectors and audiophiles? Are we spoiled during this reissue or if this is a reissue or golden era in reissue records, are we spoiled in the process? I'm going to leave my opinion in this video. But as all you know, or not all you, but some of you know, I'm a sports fan. I love sports more than music. I'm into sports more than music. I watch more sports than I listen to music, but I'm still a huge record collector and music fan. And I'm using this Laker analogy, my Laker fan analogy in this video to prove a little bit of my case anyway. I became a Laker fan in the, probably the early 70s. And back then we had Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Wilt Chamberlain. A couple of years later we added Gail Goodrich. He played for UCLA. And during the 71-72 basketball season, the Lakers won 33 games in a row and won the championship. In the early 80s, we had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, Spencer Haywood, and many other stars. And we won several championships in the 80s. In the early 2000s, starting in the year 2000, we had Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, who I think won another 3 championships. Around 2009, 2010, we had Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. Like I said, won another couple of championships. Around the year 2000, somewhere around there, we had LeBron James and Anthony Davis and won another championship. All those stars that the Lakers franchise had accumulated over the years and all the championships we won. It was several golden eras. It was several Renaissance periods. It was amazing life as a basketball fan, amazing life as a Laker fan. Now, yes, why do I bring that up? Well, as Laker fans, we become accustomed to greatness. When you have stars like Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaquille O'Neal, you become accustomed to greatness. It becomes a norm. Greatness becomes a norm, and we, because of that, we become spoiled as Laker fans. We have zero appreciation for what it takes these franchises to obtain these players. All we know as Laker fans is, hey, we need to get the greatest players and we need to win. With zero appreciation of the work, the legwork, and the sleepless nights some of these franchises go through, the general managers go through in obtaining these players. We have zero appreciation for that. All we want is results and the championships. We as Laker fans are spoiled because of that, because that sustained greatness over decades, we've become spoiled. We just simply are. That's just a fact, in my opinion. Now I'm going to translate over to the record reissue community. In recent years, probably it's been going on for several years. It has been. Some of these reissues are just simply phenomenal. You have reissue series like a Tone Poet Blue Note series. You have, amazing mastering engineer like Kevin Gray, supervised by Joe Harley. You have the Blue Note Classic series, a phenomenal series. You've had reissues by UHQR, issues by Analog Productions Acoustic Sounds. Simply fantabulous. Craft Recordings, some of their reissues have been amazing. The Impex, their one-step issues. This is a Patricia Barber set. The Mobile Fidelity reissues, some of them have been actually pretty good. Even the Beatles sets, some of these are phenomenal. What they've been reissuing, what they've been producing for us fans, for us record collectors. Some of these they try to be faithful as they can to the original in terms of labels and covers and making them in a high quality fashion for us. It's just simply amazing. And there's many other companies doing this. It's just not the ones I mentioned. There's many others. And they do a phenomenal job. I know Analog Productions, Acoustic Sounds, Chad Castle, it is his mission to better or beat all existing previous issues of a record. That is his goal anyway. And a lot of these companies, for the most part, are run by audiophiles for audiophiles. And like I said, they come up with these amazing products. And because of that, I think us as audiophiles and record collectors have gotten used to greatness. We've gotten used to amazing issues that were mastered by Ryan K. Smith, Bernie Grundman, Kevin Gray. A lot of these are the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the Michael Jordans, the LeBron Jameses of mastering engineers. Analog Productions, Acoustic Sounds, all these companies are doing, like I said, phenomenal work. And I think because of that, we are getting used to sustained greatness, okay? And I see some of these posts on some of these internet sites of saying, gosh, this record sounds phenomenal by Analog Productions or Mobile Fidelity. Oh, I wish they would go out and do this record. Just like Laker fans are saying, hey, this player is available. Gosh, I wish the Lakers would go out and get him, because we're used to Lakers getting all these great players. And I think as audiophiles, we're in a similar situation because, we're getting used to these high quality products with sometimes zero appreciation of what it takes for these record reissue manufacturers, some of the trials and tribulations they go through to bring these products to us. All we see and all we want to know is when you're going to come out with our favorite artist, and it is going to be done in a high quality fashion with zero appreciation, like I said, for the trials and tribulations some of these companies go through. So I think to some degree, we are spoiled or getting a little spoiled and getting a little comfortable and getting used to this greatness, this sustained greatness. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, okay? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think we are. But I do think we're in the midst, and this has been going on for quite some time, in a renaissance or a golden era, at least when it comes to record reissues. Maybe not in a renaissance or a golden era per se compared to the 70s and 80s when everybody was buying records, but I think in terms of the quality of the product, it's as good as ever been. If not, it's probably the best. Some of those flimsy RCA records and other record companies that they had in the in the 70s and stuff like that were kind of flimsy. They sounded okay, but they were kind of flimsy. These are like 180 gram reissues, 200 gram reissues. Like I said, they're made for audiophiles by audiophiles with a high degree of standard in mind. And that was not necessarily always the case in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So yes, I think we are in a golden era in terms of reissue records. We're in a renaissance in terms of reissue records. And like I said, compared to that Laker analogy, in terms of sustained greatness, how the Laker fan is spoiled, I think we as audiophiles are spoiled, and they are spoiling us. But you know what? I love it. I wouldn't have any other way. There's nothing wrong with being spoiled, At least most of the time there's nothing wrong with it. But in this case, there's nothing wrong with being spoiled. I think it's a great time for us record collectors and audiophiles, some of these reissues. But please leave your comments in the comment section below. Are we in a renaissance and golden era? I think we are because of the quality of the product. And are we a little bit on the spoiled side because we're getting used to this sustained greatness over time. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my video. I really appreciate it. God bless, strong love. Peace to all.